Hey guys, I'm Nathan. This is my new LandCruiser BAD2, second generation of my previous LandCruiser, which was BAD279. Doing a quick bit of rundown, we'll start at the front. We've got all ARB bar work, so bull bar, scrub rails, side steps. I've opted to have them all painted satin black instead of the new matte black. I just think it's a nice touch and looks a lot better. Obviously the Sandy GME antenna, we had a custom made Sandy GME sticker to suit because everything has to be black and sandy. I'm a bit anal, so it has to look good. Safari R-Max snorkel, clear view mirrors, had them painted to match as well. Everything once again has to suit. Blacked out door locks, single cab roof rack. Because of the Bush Company tent, I've mounted it forward. So it overhangs the cab, and the single cab Rhino rack fit perfectly. Max Tracks on top. We've got the Starlink mount from 70 off-road for the Starlink Mini, so we can have the Starlink anywhere we go. Sabre winch on the front. We didn't put spotlights on the bull bar because we've got a front mount intercooler, which we'll get to a bit later. But we've opted for a slim ARB light bar on the top to cover the lighting. Got two Enerdrive solar panels on top, both 190 watt panels, so 380 watts in total. Trig point tray and canopy, which is actually two separate items, so we can take the canopy off if we ever need to, not that I think I ever will. Rims and tyres, we've got the new loaded Gib black rims in a 17-inch, I believe they are, and then a 35-inch Toyota mud terrain all round. For the suspension, there's a full 4-inch legal Australia-wide Outback Tourer kit from Superior Engineering, full electronic adjustable shocks. So I can adjust those in the cab as we drive each shock independently and make it suit whatever conditions we're in. Back of the car, we've got a custom-made bin bag from the team at PM Canvas over in Perth. Don't have the rear wheel on the back, which you'll see later. So the standard tyre carrier bin bag wasn't going to work. So we've opted for a bit of a sail track method that bolts up to the factory points on the trig point canopy. Aside from that, we've got the standard clear indicators just to suit the old black and sandy aesthetic without those giant orange lenses. And that is pretty much it for the exterior of the car. So we'll head over to the engine bay and have a look what's in there. So the car was trucked up and down to the crew up at GSL in Toowoomba. If you're familiar at all with the engine bay, you'll notice it probably doesn't look very standard. The crew up there, we've done a list of things. We've done a front mount intercooler. Obviously there's no bonnet scoop on the facelift model, so wanted to create a bit more airflow and yeah, get a bit more power and keep everything cooler. We've got the GSL airbox, GSL intake, GSL crankcase breather, all the pipe work obviously to suit the front mount. Aftermarket stage 1 turbo from the crew there as well, and dual 4-inch exhaust all the way through, and that was all tied in with a multi-map or a dual tune. I think it was about 220 kilowatts and 850 newton meters. We've also done plus 50 injectors as well to just give it a bit more fuel and keep it all happy. Aside from that, we've got two Invicta hybrid starter batteries. So they're both 80 amp hour batteries. So we've got 160 amp hour starting lithium batteries. A lot of wiring went in here, so trying to keep it all neat was a bit of a mission, but we've got everything wired up on TLR brackets. We've got a mega fuse for the winch on a custom made bracket, and then all our breather kits for gearbox, diffs, lockers, everything over there. So she's pretty cramped, but that's everything you need in there. In the canopy, we've got trig points drop down kitchen. So this fully slides out. We've got shelves galore, and they're all fully adjustable. So if we don't like something, we can move all of them. Around this side, we've got the Breville coffee machine, which again, a lot of you have probably seen, which is hard mounted in there and wired in. Coffee on the road is obviously essential. We've got the 85 litre Bushman fridge, which is a pretty standard upright fridge, obviously all empty at the moment. PM Canvas, again, made us a fridge organiser to go on the front. Map of Australia, It was a great talking point on the last car. We had something very similar, and it was great to have conversations with people along the way who'd been various places and are trying to explain it to you. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to understand where they're coming from and obviously show where you've been. For all the electrical in the canopy, we've got a 310 amp hour custom lithium battery on some trig point brackets that they've had made up for me. And then we've got a full Enerdrive Voyager system roof mounted. So in that you've got a 40 amp DC to DC charger, which charges your solar and everything while the car is running. You've got a 3000 watt inverter charger. So 3000 watt inverter, obviously coffee machine, induction cooking, everything like that. And you can also plug in at a caravan park and it will deliver 100 amps of charge into the battery. So the full system will charge up in 3 hours. Switches for everything. We've got pumps on the water tanks underneath. We've got 100 litres of water under there, 2 separate tanks. Starlink switch, tent power switch, we'll get to that. And then another one that Rowan from Department of the Interior's put in called the game-changing build switch, which doesn't do much, but makes me laugh. All outlets at the top, fast charger, Anderson, cigarette socket, and then all your circuit breakers and fuses and everything. You got the full Simarine display at the top, which, if you're not familiar with Simarine, it basically just breaks down all your loads, input, output, fridge draw, lighting draw, how much charge is going in, how much battery percentage is left, and everything like that. We've also put an inclinometer in there. Obviously with the rooftop tent, we like to sleep as level as you can. So while we're parking up the car, I can just log onto my phone, see what it's, where it's sitting at, and then adjust accordingly. So we're always sitting pretty in the rooftop tent. And then you've got your 240 outlets there, and that's pretty much it for this side. On the driver's side of the canopy, obviously we've still got a lot of storage space. I don't really love the idea of filling it with drawers just to then put more stuff in. It just increases the weight, and obviously it's going to be quite heavy as it is. We've got the spare tyre mounted up in there. Usually it would mount on the back, but it's a good 500-600 mil forward. And just keeping that weight as forward as we can is obviously beneficial to everything, especially with the tent and the awning and everything on there as well. And then we've got our 310 amp hour, which just sits slightly back there, and we've still got plenty of room for fishing rods, bags, everything else we need on this side here. On the top for our bedroom, basically, we've got the AX27 from the Bush Company. This is my third tent from them, purely because I love it that much. There's been nothing wrong with the last one. I just happened to sell the old car. And the first one, I just had used it for 5-6 years and it was time to update. Wicked tent in there all the time. We've got mattress topper, doona, 2 pillows, various bits of storage up in the pockets. In this one, we've actually hardwired a permanent light, which is the same light as the canopies. A Sirocco fan mount up there, and we've also had a custom mattress made from Department of the Interior, just to give us that extra plushness, because some of the toppers are the wrong size and you've actually got to cut them and they don't quite fit right. So full custom mattress in there as well. And then attached to that, we've got our 180 XT Max awning. This is also my second one of those. Great awning, easy to mount up on the tent. And then there's the solar panels mounted on top as well. Keep everything nice and contained and ready to go. So on the inside, we've had a lot of work done, or I've done a lot of work. Starting from the seating, we've got Recaro seats on both sides, Recaro Expert on this side and the Specialist on that side. A lot of work from Department of the Interior. Absolutely love everything they do. It was the first product I bought for my last car. So we've got, in the middle, we've got the center console. Absolute must on long drives. Just provides a great armrest height, and the storage in these is incredible. You've got a little drop-in tray and then you could lose your whole arm in there. We've also got the gauges for the boost and the exhaust gas temperatures in the front, and a scan gauge 3 as well, for any fault codes or trip information. And then on this side we've got USB and cigarette sockets as well. We've got the Department of Interior roof console. On this side we've got the GME XRS 370. Super easy spot to reach the handpiece. A lot of the times I don't even remove it, just hold the button and talk where it is. We've also got the Helix Director, the sound system in this car, there is a lot going on. Got bracks, tweeters and woofers in the door. The door pods are again from Department. Full custom door cards to suit. And then on the back, behind the back seat on the Department rear wall panel, we've got a big Morel 12-inch sub. The ARB compressor also lives behind there, and the sound system was a fully computer controlled system. It's controlled by a DSP. There's actually an amplifier, one under this seat and one under this seat, which also has a little computer in it that talks to the director up there, so you can control all your different volumes, inputs, sub control, everything like that. The system was actually tuned, so it's quite an in-depth process. There's wires hanging out and computers going and everything like that. It's not just a standard change a few settings in the head unit. As for the head unit, this is Kenwood's newest 9724. I had the 9720, which is the model prior to this. In the old car, absolutely loved it. The maps and CarPlay and everything like that, the quality is insane. I believe one of the first ones in Australia to sort of have that in the car. It's only just been released. So that's a phenomenal bit of gear. Every time I'm traveling, finding campsites or anything like that, I always use Google Satellite. So it obviously shows all the roads, all the little tracks and possible campsites along the way. As for the back side, we've got standard rear seat, but it's been reupholstered to suit the front Recaros in the Artisanado black. Door cards in the back again. We've got Departments, we've got everything from Department. Department's rear side consoles, which have 2 switch panels, a USB socket on each side, and then the ARB air compressor outlets. Same again as I had on the last car. I just found it was super practical. Come around, you can switch the compressor on from both sides, you can air up from both sides. So wherever you are, if you've got mates that need airing up as well, pull up on either side, turn the air compressor on, plug it straight in, happy days. Super quick, super easy. The whole cabin has been sound deadened, all sound deadening through the floor, through the roof. The car, we stripped it entirely pretty much as soon as it got to Sydney. Did all the sound deadening. We've got a few extra layers in the floor and everywhere else that you can have it without sort of ruining the carpet, because we've got so much cabling running through the car. We've got, for the head unit too, that's wired on a separate switch. So a lot of the time when I'm pulled up at camp, I will have the sound system running 24/7 because I don't believe in paying for such a high-end system and then using a UE boom when you're camping. So I can actually turn the head unit on and off and have it run off the secondary battery just from a switch, so you don't need any keys in the ignition. Quad lock phone mount from Department again, wicked little product, easy to see and do everything on your phone that you need without it going anywhere. 1 stones on the doors, little things. There's things everywhere. Auto up, window modification, which a lot of you might have seen. The headrests in both seats. The old one was from my old car, obviously. That is a number plate on the first LandCruiser. And then obviously we've got the number plate on the second one. On this side, just a little homage to the OG. I forgot to mention, we've also got aftermarket seat heaters have been put in both the front seats, which are controlled from the front here. 3 stages of heating. It's unreal. Everyone always asks me, why do you need seat heating? Get seat heating and you'll understand. Other than that, that's pretty much the interior done. It's a very comfortable environment to be in. Obviously the whole car's tinted. 12-13 hour drives is not a drama, and the sound system in this thing is incredible. The last one was really good. This one is even better again. It's just next level being in this car. Yeah, super stoked with everything. I think that's it.